everybody. My name is Tanja Mickwitz, and I'm really excited to be with you here at the Happy Place Virtual Festival. So I'm going to guide you through a fluid body flow to really tune into all the qualities of water that we carry within us. So as humans, we are 60 to 70% water. And to call in the adaptability, the flexibility, and also the sense of creative flow that water brings to us can be really helpful in these times and at any time. So please join me. Let's come onto the mat. And if you're comfortable sitting onto your heels, come and sit onto your heels. But of course, at any time, if you need to modify, you can come into a cross-legged seat, sit yourself up on some cushions if you need to. Go ahead and bring your left hand to the center of the chest, your heart center. And then take your right hand low down onto the abdomen. So this is like the hara space, the center, the lower abdomen. And the pelvis is also the home for our second chakra, which relates to the element of water. Allow your seat to settle and your spine to lift with ease. And then softly close your eyes or soften your eyes and start to move your awareness inwards. Observe how your breath is flowing and feel the inhale and the exhale like waves. This movement of the breath also has a fluid quality. As you slow down and deepen your breath, just notice if there's any roughness, any hard edges, and see if you can smooth out the flow. And come into a rhythm where your inhale and your exhale are about the same. So we have flow and ease, but also a sense of steadiness. And now start to feel your body move just slightly, undulating with your breath. So as you inhale, you might feel the chest slightly lift, the shoulders draw back. And as you exhale, the navel draws inwards and you round the back body. Feel as though this wave-like motion rises from the base of the spine and then moves through. I sometimes like to imagine myself like seaweed on the seabed or the riverbed or the bottom of the lake. What would you move like if you were in water? Gradually let these waves grow. And now you can bring your arms into it too. So as you inhale this sense of expansion, but your arms stay liquid and fluid. And then as you exhale, you can wrap your arms around yourself like a little hug. Inhale, undulate open as you receive the inhale. And then as you exhale, you wrap the arms around the other way. Once more, each direction. And really feel that you are following your breath with the movement. So the movement and the breath become one. The next time that you inhale, go ahead and widen your arms and then take it all the way over to stretch to the right. Inhale through the middle and exhale over to the other side. Move and breathe like this, tuning in to your fluid body. It can at times seem that we're so dense, right? But actually we are mostly liquid. Notice if you're encountering any places where there is stuckness, holding, resistance, and let yourself really breathe into those places. allowing any holding to release. Great. And then rise to the middle, and from here bring yourself onto hands and knees. So coming into all fours, hands steady to the earth, knees and toes tucked under here. So we can imagine that where we feel the earth, it's almost like the steady riverbanks, and then we can let the body become fluid like water in between. So we're going to inhale, draw the tailbone in round the back body. And as you exhale, widen the sit bones, lengthen the front body. Now as you move like this, breathe along your spine and imagine your spine being the river. Again, you listen out for any places that feel stuck, resistant, and know that that's where you need to pay more attention. The next time that you inhale, reach your hips up and back, come all the way into a downward facing dog, and then continue to move. Move like water, bend one knee and the other. Then you can even bring a bit of movement into the hips, into that second chakra space, the middle of the pelvis. And then go ahead and lift both heels and the hips high, and as you exhale, press back and down. And again, inhale, rise, and exhale, ground. Inhale, lift the heels, look to your hands, and now either step or walk your feet to your hands. Bring the feet hip distance apart, and as you inhale, let the front body lift and lengthen. You can slide the fingertips up the shins for a bit more space, and then exhale, pour yourself over. And again, inhale, the wave begins from the base of the spine and travels all the way to the crown of the head. And then exhale, fold. Once more like this, have the weight slightly more to the heels. Make sure the knees are unlocked. And exhale, fold. And now as you come into the forward fold, move your feet as wide as your mat. So your feet will be wider than your hips. Bend your knees, let your hips drop, and then inhale, wave your body up. Bring the hands onto your thighs, and then as you exhale, offer the chest forwards. So again, we imagine the wave rising all the way from the soles of the feet through the body, and then moving through, loosening up any places that feel resistant, stagnant, or stuck. Exhale, offer forwards. And now inhale this big wave. You're going to come all the way up. Reach the arms overhead. Palms touch. Exhale the hands down through the center. Bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to the lower abdomen. Now feel your breath move here. Feel the wave-like quality of your breath. Even out the inhale and the exhale. And then step your feet hip distance apart again. As you inhale, float your arms forwards and up, palms touch. Exhale, soft bend in the knees, hinge your hips back, and then offer yourself all the way, deep bow towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen the front body. And now as you exhale, go ahead and step your left leg far back. Here you have the choice. You can lower the back knee, you can keep it lifted. Lengthen the front body, and as you inhale, start to straighten out the front leg. Come onto the heel of the front foot, so you really stretch the back of the leg. This might be with the back knee to the floor. Exhale, bend the front knee, come back into your lunge. Inhale, pull the feet in together. It's like you're waving your hips up and back. Exhale, back into the lunge. Once more, inhale. And exhale, ground the front foot. Now make sure your front knee's over the ankle. And then let your right arm circle forwards, up, back, and down. So now you can really feel into the fluidity of your shoulder joint. Take one more big flowing circle. And then bring the fingertips down. Now go ahead and ground your back foot. And as you look back, you want to line up your front heel with the inner arch of the back foot to then be able to rise up, circle your arms up and find your way all the way into Warrior Two. So I'm just going to change direction. So you have your right foot in front, heel towards the inner arch, shoulders begin over the hips. Inhale, now straighten out the front knee. Let your arms just float up. Let the arms be soft and fluid. Exhale, bring your arms down. Let your arms do whatever dance they want to do. So with the water, we tune into our own creative force. So you can move in ways that just feel good as well. Exhale, bend the front knee. Now keep the legs straight and steady and strong. So you have that strong ground like the riverbanks. And then inhale, take it back. Let the lower arm float in front of the body. And as you exhale, come forwards, but again, keep the right arm free. If it works for you, imagine the seaweed or perhaps the coral beneath the waters. Exhale. Once more, take it back. And then exhale, bring the forearm to the thigh. Circle now your top arm all the way forwards and down and back and up. And then we change the direction of the circle. Make sure your front knee's over the ankle. Let the top arm flow all the way onto your left hip. Moving towards the half moon. As we know, the moon governs the waters without and within. See if you can lower your right fingertips to the floor. If you happen to have something you can use as a brick, have the brick for support. Then step your back foot in a little. Move the brick and your hand forwards about a foot or so. Ground into your right leg and let's see if you can find lots of power in the left leg. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Maybe reach the top arm to the sky. In your lifted leg, make sure you really spread the toes, activate the foot, take one more breath. And then as you exhale, bend your standing leg. Step far back. Inhale, open into your soft warrior, reverse warrior. And then exhale, hands either side of the front foot, lift your back heel. Return into downward facing dog. You might take rest in child's pose, or you can move through waves through your spine. So inhale, raise your heels, round the back body, come forwards. Then as you exhale, soften the elbows, soften the knees, and return into downward dog. So the whole body becomes the wave. One more big wave, stirring the waters of our whole being. Return into downward facing dog. Raise your heels, look to the hands. Walk or step to your hands. As you inhale, let the chest wave away from the thighs, looking forwards. Exhale, ground your left foot and now step your right leg far back. Remember here, you can lower the back knee to the floor at any point. As you inhale, start to straighten out the front leg, toes to sky. Exhale, bend the front knee. Move with the flow of your breath. One more wave like this. And then as you come back into your lunge, low or high lunge, start to sweep your left arm forwards, up and back and down. Big Circles all the way from your shoulder joints. One more. Then exhale, fingertips to the floor. Ground the back foot. Check your alignment from the front heel to inner arch of the back foot. Press down into the ground, again holding the steady container, and then the waters can flow and you arrive in your warrior two. So here, check once more, heel lines up with the inner arch of the back foot. And then when the feet are steady, now we flow. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let the arms just flow down. Inhale, so there are no hard edges. It's a continuous flow, breath and movement, a sense of free and freed up, liberated expression. Come into your warrior two legs, then inhale, lean it back. Allow your right arm to be free. As you exhale, come over, and now the left arm is free. Make sure you trace the fullness of the breath and the fullness of the movement. What does it feel like? So our fluid body also relates to our emotional body. As you exhale, bring the left forearm to the left thigh, and then circle the top arm forwards, down, back, and up. Change the direction. And then bring the right hand to the right hip. Ready now for your half moon. If you have a brick, you can place the brick or the block, whatever you might have, to the outside, little toe side of the left foot. Otherwise, fingertips to the floor. Step the back foot in, ground your front foot, move your left hand forwards, and then fire up both legs. So you stack your right hip over the left hip, right shoulder over the left shoulder. Maybe reach the top arm to the sky. Take one more breath, half moon shape, and then bend your standing leg, step it far back, ground into your warrior, float the left side of the body open, exhale, then both hands to the floor, lift the back heel, come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, wave forwards, all the way into plank. And as you exhale, slowly lower to the earth, maybe with the knees first. From here, go ahead and roll onto your back. So now let your fluid body settle for a moment. Have your right hand down to that second chakra space below the navel, left hand to the heart. Feel the movement of your breath. And notice how you feel within. So you've moved with intention. You've shifted your inner waters. How do you feel? Let's take just one more wave into opening the front body. So lower your arms alongside the hips. And then as you inhale, ground the feet. Inhale, start to lift your hips up, float your arms up and over to the floor behind you. And then exhale, slowly lower just the hips all the way down. From here, lift the feet off the floor, take your knees wide. You can flex your ankles, have your shins vertical. Either hold the backs of the thighs or your shins or the outer edges of the feet, but make sure your shoulders can relax down. Take a moment to really ground your lower back. Send the sit bones down towards the mat. Breathe the back body steady to the earth. From here you can bring the soles of the feet together, your knees wide, hands again on heart and lower abdomen. And take some time to be and breathe in stillness. Feel the flow of your breath settle like you're stilling the waters. And if you're able to take some time just releasing the body fully for relaxation and allow yourself to float inwards for some rest. Thank you for joining me. I will leave you now. Stay fluid, stay open, stay gentle. Thank you.
If you like that video, there are loads more talks, classes and exclusive videos from the Happy Place Virtual Festival. So don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Do follow us on Instagram for constant updates and enjoy.